top of the first inning. Another pickoff move. And back in safely.
Hey, let's go, 6.
Foul back. 0-1. Thomas over at first base and another pickoff move. His pickoff throws, Jamie, have been very accurate.
They have
been right at the bag, giving Jay O'Neill a good chance to swipe a tag down if Thomas is a tad late getting back to the bag at first.
Well, he's a grand total of about 1.5 feet off the bag. I'd leave him alone. I think you've made your point.
I don't think he's going to move over.
I could get back from there.
Swing and a miss on the high heat. 0-2. Stretch in the 0-2. Low and in, ball 1. Already 1 strikeout for Samuel Formby. By the way, Caleb Formby usually plays shortstop. He's not in the lineup today. He is here at the ballpark, but not dressed out. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw to second base will be not in time. It was a little wide toward third. And had it been an accurate throw, though, they would have had him easy.
Yeah, if the throw had been on the mark, it would have been an easy 2-6 put out on the steal. But the throw up the shortstop side, he had to retreat a little bit to get a glove on it. Too late to come back and apply the tag. But 2 outs with a runner in scoring position.
Here's
number 17, Tamayo.
Alex Tamayo. Tomato. He plays the hot corner for the Hornets. Big cut and a miss there. Didn't get it, 0-1. Pitch all the way is coming. Instead, time is called.
Let's go, Sam. Let's go, Gap. Let's go, Gap.
The pitch. Missing low. One ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Formby deals, and it's upstairs, and it gets away from Allred back to the backstop, and moving to third goes Thomas.
Have to be scored a pass ball.
I would think so.
Just popped off the glove. It was a little high and outside, but not a wild pitch.
No. 2 balls and a strike. Hiram's first run, 90 feet away. Ball strike 2, caught the inside corner. And it's now 2-2. Alex Tamayo, the third baseman. Down to his last strike. The 2-2. Popped up right side. That'll be foul and out of play as Jay O'Neill over at first base gives it a look, but that's all he does. By the way, there's Cedartown tennis happening today here at CHS. The soccer team on the road at Altoona. Big games for the girls and boys today after the tough loss last week to Dalton. Pitch on the way is just outside for ball 3.
A lot of pitches being thrown this inning.
Yeah, he's up to 23 pitches here in the first inning. And with the short period of time between the two this game and the doubleheader, you can't afford to really use too much. That's ball 4 high inside, and they're at the corners. 2 walks in the inning for Formby, which is definitely unlike him.
2 walks in the inning and gone deep on the other batters.
Yeah.
He needs a He needs a rinky-dink in the infield on the first pitch right here to get over there in the dugout.
Well, and O'Neal and Allred are out there to talk to him, say, hey, you got this, buddy. By the way, for those listening on radio,
Number 3,
Cedartown Bulldogs in their home cream white jerseys, dogs and script in red in the front, the red hats with the black bills and the Cedartown C on the top. The Hiram Hornets wearing black jersey tops with purple numbers outlining gold and pinstripe white pants. Here's Jacob Ramirez, the shortstop. Runners at first and third for the Hornets here in the top of the first. Grounded towards shortstop, a chance for Ace Allen. He'll feed to second base, the short route, and they'll get the force there, Jamie, to end the
Well,
inning.
I did get my one pitch out.
There you go.
All right, folks, so with the top half of the first inning in the books, there's no score from Cedartown High School. We'll take a 60-second timeout and hear a few words from our Bulldog sponsors and be back to more high school baseball on the Big AA.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball, ladies and gentlemen, on your home of all Cedartown sports, WGAA. Cedartown playing the Hiram Hornets at home in this region matchup. No score with the top half of the first inning in the books.
The lineup for the Bulldogs goes like this. Samuel Formby, the pitcher, will lead it off. Ace Allen, playing shortstop today, will bat second. Everett Perkins, well, actually, I believe it's going to be Gavin Allred. Yeah, Gavin Allred, the catcher, will bat third. Batting fourth will be Jay O'Neal, the first baseman. Owen Jarrell will bat fifth, playing second base. The designated hitter, Dalen Holiday, will bat sixth. Batting seventh will be Everett Perkins, playing third base today, getting the start today in place of Caleb Formby, who normally would play shortstop, as Ace Allen is moving over to the left side of the infield from the hot corner to shortstop. Connor Peak in right field will bat eighth, and batting ninth will be Jacob Yarber in center field. And the starting pitcher for the Hornets, Jaden Gaddis, completing his warm-up tosses, or just has completed his warm-up tosses. And you'll face the lefty Samuel Formby to start out the top of the bottom of the first inning.
Number 6, Samuel Hornby.
Jaden Gaddis does a circle around the mound, and he sets up, standing kind of right in the middle of the big kick, and a pitch on the way is outside for ball one. Kind of standing in the middle of the pitching rubber, kind of almost straddling it.
Yeah, and for those of you that know what I'm saying, he's kind of got a herky-jerk delivery, which we'll see how the Bulldogs are able to dial in on that. That jerky delivery can sometimes mess with the time, and didn't mess with his time.
No, it's a down the right field line and fair into the corner.
Maybe a triple.
Yeah, I think it's a triple.
He's throwing his hands up that he got under the fence, folks.
It literally you can see where the inflatable batter's batting practice backstop is at, and it literally went between the two fences right there and rolled out of play. It was going to be a triple.
Yes, I was just sitting
called.
here talking about how a herky-jerky movement can throw your timing off, and then he rips one down the right field line about 10, 11 feet in the air as it cleared the first baseman's head, landed about a foot fair, and went down into the corner. Had it not rolled under the fence, it's a stand-up triple. But The leadoff batter, Formby, stands at second with a solid double.
Ace Allen now the batter for the Bulldogs. As we mentioned, playing shortstop today. From the stretch, the big kick and the pitch is upstairs for ball one. Oh, he kind of reminds me of, who was that Florida Marlins pitcher in the early 2000s that kind of pitched like that? Had a big herky-jerky delivery.
I can see the face, can't call the name.
1-0 pitch on the way. That's low and in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Dontrell Willis. That's who it was.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of him a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes to Ace Allen. Samuel Formby with the leadoff ground rule double. Stands at second base, and now time called at the plate. Catching for the Hornets is Jaden Gaddis. I'm sorry, Jaden Gaddis is the pitcher. The catcher is Josh Tuggle, who did have an at-bat in the top of the first inning. Over at the hot corner, Alex Tamayo, the shortstop today for the Hornets, Jacob Ramirez. Second base, Jory Wardlow, and at first base, it is Daniel Kemp. The outfield from left to right, Michael Gibson, Jordan Thomas, and Tristan Hightower. Ace Allen has a 2-0 count. The pitch. Fastball, strike. I think it was a strike called.
Yes.
2-1. Somebody needs a serpentine belt. Looked at second, 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. That time, Gaddis kind of almost quick pitched him.
He'd like to have that one back.
Yes, he would.
Right down the middle at the belt buckle.
Didn't break or move one bit.
One you could really do something with, just a little behind on the swing.
Well, Ace definitely has the ability to hit one out of here. Look to second base, 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. I thought they were going to ring him for strike 3.
He was rearing back to do it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The red-hot Gavin Allred on deck. He's earned himself a spot in the top of the lineup. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw to third, safe. So Ace Allen strikes out swinging for the first out, but moving to third base is Samuel Formby, so he gets to third anyway.
Little hit and run going on, but a good jump gets Formby over to third base. So the Dogs, even though Allen goes down with a swinging strikeout, the Cedartown Bulldogs still in good shape with a runner on third and 1 out for Everett Perkins.
This is Gavin Allred.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
I see that now.
That's all right.
He is designated hitter for Perkins.
Actually, the DH is Dalen Holiday. So they did a lineup change that I think they already had it in the system here, and they're having to do a correction. So I do have the correct one on here. Breaking ball, strike 2 called.
All right, folks, my apologies. I am looking at the lineup on Game Changers.
That just goes on to say you just can't trust technology.
Andrew's got a piece of paper.
Stretch of the 0-2. Fastball away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now I think Gaddis is kind of getting a little more locked in here. Of course, that pitch that Samuel Formby drilled was a pretty good pitch, but he just leveled off of it. 1-2. Fastball away again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's chunking it hard.
He is. He's got some velocity on the fastball.
Wind still blowing in from straightaway center field. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on a miss for strike 3. And again, that That delayed little leg kick, I think, might have thrown off the timing of Allred.
Number 10, Jay O'Neill.
Jay O'Neill, the last hope for the Dogs here in the first inning. Samuel Formby with the leadoff ground rule double, standing at third base now with 2 outs. A couple of strikeouts. Pitch on the way to O'Neill. Tapper foul, strike 1.
O'Neill short hops himself with the batted ball in the batter's box. No balls, 1 strike. No score from the dog pound. Cedartown with a runner on third base. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner or a pinch runner. Probably what would be a courtesy runner.
That's number 12, Ryan Waddell.
Formby being the pitcher, they're going to go ahead and get him off of third base and get him ready for the next inning. In prep ball, you can substitute run for the pitcher or catcher without penalty.
And you can do that once with a DH and bring the DH back in, which I didn't know that was a rule until the other day. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, 1-1. And, later in the game when you need to sub in a different runner for your DH, you can do that one time and bring him back in. That one goes back to the backstop. Here comes Waddell to the plate. He is safe. It's a 1-0 lead for the Dogs.
Ball skipped by the catcher. Didn't get all the way back to the backstop. Made it maybe 15, 18 feet behind the catcher. He got back and flipped it to the pitcher covering home. And if that flip is on the bag,
he's out.
He's out.
No, but I believe it was 2-1. I believe it's 2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike to count.
Yes. The 2-1 to O'Neill. That one, he overcooked that one. 3-1 all the way back to the backstop.
Tried to put a little too much mustard on that one and threw it well away from the plate. Dogs with an early 1-0 lead. Jay O'Neill with a 3-1 count, 2 outs, bases empty.
Now time is called at the plate. And the wind is really rocking our outfield camera today. It's, basically that batter's eye is like a sail out there, kind of rocking back and forth. With that wind blowing straight in from the northwest. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away toward the football field, 3-2. But the wind blowing, it feels fine out there. But
oh yeah,
definitely starting to see some pollen appear. Tis the season for that. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning will retire the Bulldogs. But Jamie, 1 run on 1 hit.
1 run on 1 hit. Jay O'Neill goes down swinging. So the Dogs, with 1 inning in the books, are ahead of the Hiram Hornets by a score of 1-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back for more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldogs Baseball, Cedartown fans. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter pleased to bring you Region Baseball from Cedartown High School. The Cedartown Bulldogs leading the Hiram Hornets 1-0 going into the top half of the second inning. Here's Andrew with the call.
Thank you, Jamie. It will be Tristan Hightower, Michael Gibson, and Jaden Gaddis due up here in the top of the second inning. Dogs with a 1-0 lead, 1 hit in the inning. Samuel Formby providing that double. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. He got over to third base and scored on a wild pitch. 0-1. A bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Jamie, he did have some traffic in the first inning.
He did.
He had to deal with, but didn't give up any runs.
And threw a lot of pitches. Let's have a quick inning.
Wow,
there
strike two.
You go.
Yeah. Nasty breaking ball there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wind, the 1-2 pitch. Came from the top of the countertop and dropped that one in for a called strike, or for a swing and a miss for strike three.
Yeah, that was a pretty pitch.
I mean it.
And just what Cedartown needed to get started here. Out number 1 by Kay.
That'll be the third strikeout thrown by Formby today. Here's Gibson. Hindsight, ball 1. Michael Gibson, the left fielder for these Hiram Hornets. Hiram for the longest time, though. Here's the pitch. He went around. Yep, strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hiram for the longest time, 1 or 2 classifications higher than us, but with the reclassification done a year or so ago, they moved down and they're now 4A. There's a foul tip into the mitt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cedartown remaining 4A, of course. 1-2 pitch. Little tapper foul at the plate. Of course, I guess it's been about a little over 20 years ago, maybe. 20, 21 years ago, I think we were in the same region with Hiram.
Yep.
Back in the early 2000s. 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Y2K has been a quarter of a century ago.
That just blows my mind. That one just misses inside for ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. But I remember it's one of my earliest memories working at the Big AA when I was in high school. We still had the red Dodge Caravan that we used to have. That one a bit low for ball 4, so a 1-out base on balls. That's the 3rd walk given up so far.
With the big bulldog painted on the side of it.
Yep. Drove that van to Hiram and called a ball game there. It's one of my earliest memories. I just remember that van couldn't climb a hill. Had a 4-cylinder engine in it. Couldn't climb a hill.
My earliest memories of working at the Big AA was Frank Sr. telling me that letter was a...
That's a foul ball. I think it might have hit Gatt. This is Jaden Gaddis, the pitcher. I think it might have hit him, but he was squaring to bunt.
He was squared to bunt and in the strike zone.
Yeah.
Frank Sr. told me that letter was a W.
Not W?
Not a W.
Not a W.
He said 2 rules. Don't ever let me hear dead air. When I turn on the radio, I don't want to hear nothing. And that is not a W. He said, if you can handle that, you can work for the Big AA.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, sir, Frank.
That sounds about right. The officials were talking about, I think Gaddis might have asked for an appeal or something, but again, I mean, it was about as obvious to me as it could have been that while it may have hit his hand, he was in the action of bunting and get the benefit of the doubt right there. There's a called strike 2. 0-2 now the count. The bunt sign would likely be off. Pickoff move to first base. Sliding back in safely is Gibson. Of course, back when you worked at the Big AA, there were no computers.
I spun records.
Spun records and played spots on the cart machine.
On the cart machine.
Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for out number 2. It's a big second out.
Yeah, twin turntables.
Yep.
And while the song on one turntable was finishing, you queued up the other one.
Yep. And you play the local news on a cassette tape.
Yes.
Of course, with the cart machines, you might have a commercial that had been on there a while, and you hit the start button and go, oh, the old days were great, weren't they? Outside for ball 1 to Daniel Kemp, the first baseman, the 9th batter in the lineup. Of course, I started working in the Big AA right at the tail end of that era. They brought, maybe my second year there, they brought computers in to play the music. That's fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike, and that's great when it works. And, of course, it works most of the time these days. But
I started working there in about 87.
2002 for me. 2002, November 2002. The rest is history. I've worked there every year since then, with the exception of 4 years in the early 2010s. 1-1 on the way. Inside, 2 balls and a strike.
I was actually at WGAA when I got the phone call that said Sheriff Kirkpatrick would like to interview you about that job application you put in.
2-1 the count. There's a called strike 2. 2-2. Needless to say, that was a call that changed your life forever.
Yes.
Got you into law enforcement, which is the career you've done ever since. For what, 30 years? Almost?
October will be 35.
35 years. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 35 years and with Polk County Sheriff's Office in the city of Cedartown.
Payoff
3-2
pitch.
Yeah. There's a ground ball to second base. Double clutch, but he had time to throw over there and did tweet. And they get the out over at first for out number 3.
So Cedartown has done what it needed to do. That first inning was scoreless for Hiram, but a lot of pitches, a lot of deep counts. This inning, just 1 base runner, got out of it with a lot less effort. But with an inning and a half closed out, Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back for more Bulldogs baseball.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Gerald, Holiday, and Perkins due up for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs in the bottom half of the second inning to see if we can't pick up where we left off in the first. Cedartown put 1 run up in the first inning, and now back to see if we can keep the offense going, widen this lead against the Hiram Hornets. Bottom half of the second inning about to be underway. Defensive alignment for Hiram remains the same. So I just got 2 words for you, Andrew. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Owen Tweet Gerald will lead it off here in the bottom half of the second. Cedartown 1 run on 1 hit. First pitch from Gaddis. Ball 1 upstairs. Every time I say the name Gaddis, I think of former Atlanta Braves catcher Evan Gaddis.
Yep.
1-0. Taken upstairs, ball 2. A bright spot for seemingly dismal era for the Atlanta Braves.
It was.
2-0. Be cutting a miss there on the fastball, 2-1. The Braves had just let go Brian McKeon, or let him go to, did they trade him or did they let him go to free agency? I can't remember, but he went to the Yankees, which I hated. 2-1 pitch. Tap foul at the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Gaddis was there, and Gaddis had some memorable plays, memorable at-bats for the Braves.
Yeah, I hated that because you know my 2 favorite teams in Major League Baseball. The Braves, and whoever's playing the Yankees tonight.
Fastball misses low. He overcooked it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Of course, one could say that about the Mets also.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Mets or the Phillies. But for sure the Mets.
Dodgers. Yeah.
All the money. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, just missing. And a good start to the bottom of the second for the Dogs.
Yeah, I've been mad at them ever since they moved out of Flatbush. And that was even before I was born.
Hey, Holiday.
That's a long time ago.
That is.
Only the old timers probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's people looking that up on Google. What is he talking about, the Dodgers leaving Flatbush?
Two words, Branch Rickey.
There you
Actually,
go.
I don't think he really had much to do with that. It was after he was there. Here's Dalen Holiday. Day-Day at the plate, the DH in the game. Day-Day plays, kind of splits time at first base, throw to first base, and back safely is Gerald. But him and O'Neill platoon at first base. But today, Holiday getting the call as the DH. Another throw to first base, and that might be...
Not a bad move.
No. If I would have done that, I probably would have thrown the ball on the ground or to the outfield. Of course, I don't play baseball on a regular basis like these guys do. Strike called inside corner, 0-1. Gaddis checks Gerald over at first. Throw to first, throws it away.
He may wind up at third.
Heel around second. No, he will pump on the brakes, and they threw the ball out of the ballpark.
All right, folks, so let's tell you what happened here. Me and Andrew were kind of astonished here.
We were astonished.
And let you down in the listening world.
Yes, please.
Snap throw over to first base, sailed way high. So the runner breaks for second. Right fielder and the first baseman retreating over trying to get the ball that's down at the fence in foul territory.
Well, Gerald,
the ball is picked up. Gerald was
he's about halfway between second and third.
Second,
and pumped
third,
the brakes.
Pumped the brakes. They threw the ball trying to make a throw to third base and threw it completely out of the playing area. So that resulted in the runner being granted third base because the ball was thrown slap into the parking lot.
Well, he threw it, and I think it hit the facade of the hitting facility over there, which is part of the dugout. You heard that big thud. It might have even hit the roof. It's kind of hard to see. But Gerald's down third. The pitch on the way is upstairs.
So that
Holiday.
should go down as two errors.
Yeah.
The error on the pitcher for the wild throw and the error on the other throw bringing it back in. So no outs in the inning. And a runner on third base.
One pitch. Fastball low and in, 2-1.
Hey, make him come to you. Let's go. Hey, put something to play for.
Tweets 90 feet away over at third base. Cedartown on top, 1-0. 2-1 pitch is high and tight. 3-1 the count. That's one you might not have seen, but you probably heard as it came close to your ear hole.
Yeah, when that ball goes by your head and you hear it go, it's not a warm fuzzy.
No, it's not. Hitters count now to Holiday. Here it is. Ball 4. First and third now with nobody out. That is the second walk in a row. Gerald and Holiday both taking free passes, and now we've got a coaching visit from the Hiram dugout. Games 2 and 3 of this series will be Thursday. Instead of Friday, it'll be Thursday doubleheader at Hiram. We will not be bringing you those games on the Big AA, but we will have the scores on Friday morning on Sports Talk. Normally I would go to Hiram because it's not terribly far away, but pressing matters will have me close to home that day.
Anticipations and expectations.
That could be the novel. That could be the title to a novel.
It could be.
But you're right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Long talk. Very long discussion now. They break camp.
They were having book club.
What are they reading?
Anticipations and expectations.
Perkins.
Listen, I set the ball on the tee. All you had to do was swing. All you had to do was hit the fairway. That's it. And you did it right there. Here's Everett Perkins. Perkins started that game 2 in the Hiram or the Cass series. Game 2 of 3, the first of the doubleheader last Friday. Pitched really good. There's a ground ball foul toward the Cedartown dugout, 0-1. Perkins today is playing the hot corner as Ace Allen is shifted over to shortstop. Caleb Formby not available to play today. 0-1 pitch. Overcooked down back to the backstop. Here comes Gerald from third. He is out. Almost slid under the tag, but they did get him. Moving to second base on the play is Holiday.
Well, that ball took a very fortuitous rebound off of the backstop. When that ball gets by the catcher, there's no telling where it's going to carry him when it hits that backstop, and that one carried him right back to him.
So one gone as Gerald is tagged out at home. Cut and miss there by Perkins, 1 and 2. Gaddis struck out 3 batters in the first inning for all 3 outs. This is the first out he has not retired via the strikeout. The stretch and the 1-2 pitch. High chopper to third base. He knocks it down, but he'll have no play. Staying at second base is Holiday, and we'll see how they score that. High chopper. The third baseman over there, Tamayo, had to leap high in the air, and it just went off the top of his glove.
It depends on how generous the scorekeeper goes. I could take arguments either way.
E5.
Number 1.
But that's the way I would have to go. Did you say E5? I didn't say it.
E5.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up Connor Peak. Connor Peak is the 8th batter in the Cedartown lineup today. Holiday at second. At first base is Perkins reaching on the E5. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Gaddis kicks and fires the 0-1. That one popped away from the catcher, but not far enough away for anyone to advance. The lead runner, Dalen Holiday, staying put at second base. Spring training action today. The Cubs beat the Braves 4-2. Atlanta's over in Arizona doing lacrosse Arizona Grapefruit League game before the Braves open up the season on the road at San Diego at Petco Park. Thursday. Wow. 1 ball, 1 strike. The look over to second base. Gaddis will deal. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Doesn't seem like 2025 is almost a quarter over.
Tell me about it. Crazy how 8.5 months goes by. How quick it goes by.
Yes.
1-2 on the way. Chopper foul at the plate. Still 1-2.
Bulldogs have not scored this inning. 1-0 is the score, but the Dogs have made Gaddis work. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the second.
Pitch number 40 on the way from Gaddis. Grounded softly to second base. The pick to throw will be in time, and moving to third base goes Holiday, and to second base goes Perkins. Too slow of a roller to be a double play, and they just were able to get Peak over at first. So 2 gone in the inning, and if the Dogs are going to score, it'll be up to Jacob Yarborough. And Yarborough he's been good at the bottom of the lineup. He's kind of a sneaky good batter. I mean, most people who've watched this season know he's definitely got a chance to drive in a couple of runs.
Oh, yeah.
Gaddis from the stretch, and now he'll kick and fire. And a swing and a miss. He swung underneath that one.
Pulled his head a little bit.
Yep. Now Tuggle and Gaddis will get together right in front of the mound. Cedartown trying to score. No RBIs for anybody today. The 1 run coming via a wild pitch with Samuel Formby on third. Still only 1 hit. That was Samuel Formby's double in the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball that missed in. 1-1.
Was it not the first pitch of the game?
Yeah, I think it was. Either the first or the second one. A ball and a strike to the Bulldogs center fielder, Jacob Yarborough. The pitch. Swing and a miss, same pitch. Well, same location that he swung at the first one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Foul tipped, and he called it. That's strike 3, and that is out number 3.
So the Cedartown Bulldogs threaten, almost score on a pass ball, but a lucky bounce off of the backstop allows Hiram to record that out at the plate. Cedartown strands 2 runners. So a good chance to put some across. Let slip through our fingers, which with 2 innings in the book, the score remains Cedartown 1, Hiram 0. We'll be back after a 60-second timeout for some words from our Bulldog sponsors.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Cedartown High School playing the Hiram Hornets at home. Cedartown leading by a score of 1-0 with 2 innings behind us. Jamie Newsman, Andrew Carter here in the beautiful press box at the Dog Pound, Cedartown High School. If you're just getting off of work trying to figure out what to do for the evening, hey, it is a beautiful night for baseball, and there's some more baseball left to play. Come on out to the old Dog Pound. And you can eat supper at the concession stand.
And it's good stuff, too. Nana has she has treats tonight. I'll tell you what they are in a second. Here's Thomas. Strike to Thomas, 0-1. Nana has, I think, cake with chocolate icing. She's got strawberry shortcake.
And keep in mind, folks, Nana is not some company that sells ready-made desserts.
No.
Nana is head coach Kevin Johnson's grandmother.
Taken outside, 2 balls and a strike, and she can cook, she can bake, she can do it all. 2-1 the count to Thomas. Thomas walked his last time. There's a call, strike 2, and it's now even 2-2. I've got cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, cheese sticks. High bouncer toward the right side. That'll be foul. If you're not on a diet, something for everybody.
And if you are, they have water.
Yeah, they have water. 2-2. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The wind, the 3-2. Missed inside for ball 4, and another base on balls to lead off an inning. Of course, in the first inning, Thomas walked to lead off the top of the first.
Now batting for the Hornets, number 7, Jordy Wardlow.
There's Wardrow. And he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him is a bit high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. I think it's kind of obvious to those of us watching and listening, and I think Samuel would tell you the same thing. He's not as sharp as he might usually be. Pick off the
Almost
first.
picked him
Very
off
close.
there. Runner was leaning the wrong way and had to arrest his movement and dive back to first. Almost got picked off.
Very close play over there at first at the bag. Formby still looking over to first. The old deal at the plate. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
If you're watching anything but the back shoulder, you will get confused on a left-handed pitcher.
Strike 2 called. 1-2. Throw to first again. A little bit low there, but a good dig up there by Jay O'Neill. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Wardlaw. The pitch. High and away. Even count, 2-2. First inning score, Cartersville a 2-0 lead over the Woodland Wildcats. 2-2. Got him looking for strike 3. And that'll be out number 1, strikeout number 5 for Samuel Formby.
Batting number 5, Josh Tuggle.
Here's the catcher, Josh Tuggle. 1 on, 1 out after the strikeout looking. Still a runner over at first base. The pitch on the way to Tuggle is upstairs. Throw to first. Very close play. And he is safe.
Not a criticism of O'Neill. He didn't know that the catcher was going to throw down, but he had bounced off of his position to play his bag and was not exactly
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
in the best position to have caught that ball and applied the tag. The throw was right on the first base bag and in time, but O'Neal had to get back and catch it.
1-1 pitch. Chopper toward the third base side and a foul ball. Check that, a 5-0 Cartersville lead in the first inning over Woodland.
And 7 outs recorded in the game, and Formby has recorded 5 of them by the strikeout.
Yeah. 1-2. Called strike 3 again for out number 2.
Make that 6 of 8 by the strikeout.
Well, you know, and I just made the comment how he is kind of he's kind of not on his regular game today. I take back that statement. I mean, he gets the job done. You don't have to have your best stuff to be to be successful, and he's definitely getting the job done out there. High and away for ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. The only thing I would say is just the pitch count's up. He's up to 60 pitches now through 2 2/3 innings.
Yeah, game developing slowly.
It's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, I can't remember which game it was, about maybe a week and a half ago at the 1 hour mark. We were in the top of the 5th inning.
I was about to say, yeah, it was
not the top of the 3rd.
It was a very quick ball game. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And now Samuel is in a position where he could strike out the side right here. One, 2. Curve misses up, 2-2. Stretch and the pitch. Called strike 3. How about it?
So with 2.5 innings in the books, Cedartown High School still leads by a score of 1-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd to see if we can wake these Cedartown bats up against Hiram.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Top of the order due up for your Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Cedartown leads by a score of 1-0 against the Hiram Hornets. Neither one of the teams have had bats waking up. Cedartown scored 1 in the 1st, threatened to make a big inning, but not able to exactly put it together. But have held the Hiram Hornets to a whole long line of zeros. So the top of the order is about to be strolling to the plate to see if we can't wake these bats back up and spread this lead out just a little bit, Andrew.
See if we can do it. Samuel Formby, the only Bulldog with a base hit today, is going to lead it off here. Ground rule double. He later would come around to score on a wild pitch.
Number 6, Samuel Formby.
Come on, Samuel. Come on, Samuel.
Gaddis still on the mound. He's got up to 40. He's got 44 pitches. Thought he had more pitches than that. Squares to bunt, takes Hine away. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, 44 pitches, 23 strikes according to Game Changer. Samuel, though, is up there with over 60 pitches. 1-0. Ball 2 upstairs. The line, the 2-0. Ball 3 outside. Ace Allen waiting his turn. 3-0 pitch on the way. Right down the middle. 3-1.
Taking all the way, and I would too.
Absolutely. 3-1 pitch. Did he go? Yes. 3-2. Unable to check his swing. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Gets away, though, and he might reach. Throw to the first is wide of the bag, and he will be safe. He strikes out but reaches on the wild pitch.
Yes, and that was a very difficult play for the catcher because the ball bounced far enough away from him that he wasn't able to create the angle that he needed to get to first base. He didn't have time. He had to sling it from wherever he was at. And the ball, the first baseman, and the base runner were all getting to the bag simultaneously. But a lucky break for Cedartown to get that lead runner aboard. Let's see if we can do something with it.
Ace Allen at the plate. He struck out his last time. Gaddis deals, and it's high time ball 1 as Ace was showing bunt. Again, we sound like a broken record, but Coach Johnson not afraid to play small ball. He's always, and it doesn't matter who's up. Could be your hottest batter. Squares to bunt again, lays it down, going to roll foul, 1-1.
Well, you know, if you're being frank, these Bulldogs bats have not been alive.
No.
And so if the bats are not alive, then let's manufacture a run.
Yep.
You know, we got to lead off strikeout, unconverted strikeout. So let's take advantage of it. Bunt him over to second base.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Samuel Formby over at first base, reaching on the drop third strike. 1-1 on the way, bunt is on. It's a chopper to the third baseman. He'll pick it and throw it. And collision over at the bag. The first baseman is down. The call is out at first, and over to third goes Samuel Formby on that play. And I thought for a moment that the first baseman was seriously hurt. I think he's just kind of
more your pride than an injury. He popped up. He's not injured. It didn't feel good, but that was nothing malicious on either player. That was once again a bang play over at third base, having to get that bunt on the ball kind of ankled him. And he was charging in to field the bunt. The way the hop came in, it's catching him right about his ankles.
That's a good play.
Fast runner. Everything collided at first base.
It was a good play there. Tamaya was coming in, charging in on the bunt. Threw an accurate throw there. The throw did pull Camp in toward the path of the base runner.
Yes, if the throw is over towards the second base side of first base where you can put a foot on the bag, catch it. But the ball kind of came up the baseline, so the base runner, the first baseman, the ball, you got to do what you got to do, and that just happened.
Gavin Allred will take a breaking ball for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count. At third base, Samuel Formby. Formby moving over to third on the dropped ball at first base, although the call was out. 0-1. That ball hit to left field. It is going to be caught. Here's the tag. Here's the throw. He's going to score. And Samuel Formby went back to tag, and just as soon as that ball was caught, he left He left third base and zoomed home, and the Dogs now lead it 2-0.
And there you go with the manufacturing a run. So the Bulldogs manufactured that run without a hit. An unconverted drop strike 3, followed by bunting him over. And then the advance on the next play.
O'Neal hits a line drive to shortstop, handles the tough short hop and the throw to first in time. A great play.
Followed by then a sacrifice fly out to left field. So the Dogs, without a base hit, put up another run.
Yep.
So with 3 innings closed into the books, Cedartown High School Bulldogs now lead the Hiram Hornets by a score of 2-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Be back for more Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on your home of the Bulldogs, the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Radio Network, WGAA. Thank you, Frank, for continuing to offer this. You know, we travel around. Andrew and I have traveled all over the place calling games, and we very rarely have to fight for space because that team has their local radio station broadcasting games for their fans and for their citizens. And so thank you, Frank, for that, and thank you all you Bulldog sponsors. And then if it wasn't for the listeners, people that love the Bulldogs and continue to tune in, there'd be no reason to do it.
Yeah.
So go Dogs, and thank you for letting me and Andrew come into your home or your automobile or your place of business, wherever you listen to the Bulldogs. It's just a pleasure for us. Cedartown leads by a score of 2-0 in the top half of the 4th inning against the Hiram Hornets. Here's Andrew with the call.
5, 6, and 7 due up here in the 4th. A swing and a miss by Jacob Ramirez. 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 on the way. Foul back to the screen. Strike 2. Ramirez, his last time up, retired back in the 1st inning. The wind, the 0-2. Breaking ball high and away, ball 1. Again, we will not be able to be with you Thursday for the doubleheader on the road. Cedartown and Hiram will complete the series. There's a ground ball to shortstop, picked up there by Ace Allen. The throw to first in time for out number 1. And a good defensive play there to retire the first out in the inning. Ramirez now 0 for 2.
Now batting for the Hornets, number 6, Tristan Hightower.
Here's Tristan Hightower. He's the right fielder for these Hornets. Hightower 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of 7 strikeouts. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 7 strikeouts for Samuel Formby today. You know, and I feel like I made maybe not a premature comment, but a comment that might have been taken out of context earlier. Samuel is pitching great. There's a hit batsman. That one will hit the back of Hightower, and he will take his bag at first base. I mean, 7 strikeouts, no hits, kind of speaks for itself. But 71 pitches for Samuel Formby, and then that hit batsman, 1 out.
16, Michael Gibson.
Michael Gibson, the batter. Gibson took a free pass his last time. Hightower, the runner at first base. The stretch and the pitch from Formby. Low and in, ball one. 1 ball in. No strikes. Long look over to first. And the pitch. Strike called, 1-1.
At the knees.
Throw to first.
Had him leaning the wrong way, got him.
They sure did.
That's another one of those with that lefty. If you're watching any part of his body other than that back shoulder, the runner had a very conservative lead.
Yep.
But as soon as Samuel raised that leg, he bounced off for what he thought was a secondary lead and got chunked out.
1-1 pitch, missed it low, 2 balls and 1 strike. But a great pickoff move. He's been throwing over there a lot today. First time he's picked off a runner. In this game, at least. That misses a bit high for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So now 2 outs. Base is empty. Formby with a 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Might have swung at ball 4. So now full count to Gibson. He looks in. 3-2. Got him swinging for strike 3. Threw him something off speed. That is out number 3.
So a quick inning and down go the Hiram Hornets. Nothing doing. So with the bottom half of the 4th inning about to be upon us, Cedartown still leads by a score of 2-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back for more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big Double A.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Little defensive change for the Hiram Hornets. Tuggle takes the mound in relief, and Morris will come in to catch. So let's see if we might can find the line here on Gaddis. Gaddis, 3 innings pitched, gave up 1 hit. That was the lead off, the first batter of the game. Formby, that wound up scoring Cedartown's first run. Gaddis, 3 innings pitched, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, and has recorded 5 strikeouts. And so he will be replaced by Tuggle.
Yeah, not a bad outing by Gaddis as he gives way. I mean, he only gave up 2 runs.
Leading off the inning for the Bulldogs, number 2.
So at the midway point of the game, the bottom half of the 4th inning about to get started, Cedartown leads 2-0. Let's see if we can pick up where we left off.
So Tuggle will begin his first work on the hill. Of course, he was catching previously, now pitching the pitch. That one down low for ball 1. This is tweaked. Owen Gerald.
Sure is.
Gerald Holiday and Perkins due up. There's a strike. 1-1.
Gerald, not a big guy, but a feisty ball player.
1-1 to Tweet. Bounced up there, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Just a bit outside for ball 3. Pitch. Ball 4. So a 3-1 pitch misses away, and the leadoff man aboard for the Dogs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
So is this not the 3rd time we've had the leadoff runner aboard?
Now batting number 9.
I think you're correct.
Holiday.
2 out of the 3 times we've scored a run, but only 1 hit still.
Yes.
2 runs on 1 hit for the Dogs. And that 1 hit was the first or second pitch that Samuel Formby saw in the 1st inning. Here's Dalen Holiday, high chopper.
It's going to be a hard play to convert.
And it's going to get under the glove of the shortstop, and Tweet is going to get caught between 2nd and 3rd, and he will lose that battle, and staying at first base will be Holiday. So Gerald kind of got caught between 2nd and 3rd, and he will be out unless he's still safe. I wonder if... So Gerald still standing at 3rd. Maybe he was obstruction.
Number 5.
Had to be.
Defensive, a defensive obstruction.
With several of the defenders coming in to try to participate in that rundown.
One thing you can't do is impede the lane for it to run in.
That's right. And it's something, and I'm not saying these Hiram guys have not practiced it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that that's something that prep ball players, it is just beat into them. Drills about how you rotate that out. You get a guy in a rundown, how you rotate that out, where you never wind up throwing the ball away, and you never wind up having an interference on the runner's pathway. And so apparently that's what was called. I know that several people in the infield kind of converged, and there was a little chaos going on there. So apparently that's what happened. He was granted third base. The Dogs have got to take advantage of that now, to have runners on the corners with no one out after that base running miscue.
Everett Perkins will take a called strike 1. By the way, that play ruled an E6 as the shortstop he booted the ball to begin with to allow Holiday to reach. And then, of course, the defensive interference to the base runner. A 1 pitch coming to Perkins. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw will not go to second base. That was a delayed steal right there, trying to see if they can draw a throw to second and maybe bring home another run. Gerald stays put over at third, and a stolen base for Holiday. And while Holiday is great for a lot of things, stolen bases aren't what he normally does.
What he's known for.
But he stole one right there, and
Sure
he's at second base, and it's a big job there with first base now open. 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Perkins is down on 3 pitches for out number 1.
So Cedartown with its best opportunity thus far to score more than 1 at a time, with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out.
Tuggle deals. That one bounced up there and actually stayed in front of the catcher and then rolled back toward the pitcher. 1 ball and no strikes.
Sounded like it caught his shin guard, and it also bounced almost all the way back to the pitcher. So it's about the only piece of equipment he's got that'll ricochet one all the way back to where it came from.
So we initially told you that a different name for who's catching. It's actually Camp who's catching now, number 19. So we do apologize for the mistake in that regard. That breaking ball gets back to the backstop. Better be careful here. The throw, safe. So Owen Tweet Gerald comes home and scores. He was tagged out trying to come home to score on a wild pitch earlier in the ball game, but this time slides under the tag.
And that also was a very fortunate bounce right back to the catcher off of the backstop, but that time the throw just a little high, the toss back from the catcher, able to get under the tag.
So the count is 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Cut and the miss there by Peak, 2-1.
Cedartown now leads 3-0.
The wind to 2-1. That ball is driven deep to left center field.
Should be enough.
Catch made. Runner will tag. Throw comes to home. That's a good looking throw. Save! Dalen Holiday slides under the tag. It was a bang-bang play.
It was a bang-bang play, and the throw was on the line, but it was a one hop. And it's just, it's the game. If that ball bounces, if that ball carries in the air 3 feet further or 3 feet less, where the catcher fields the hop at a different height, he's out. But the catcher fielded the hop at the apex, and so he fields the hop at his chin, and the Holiday slides under it.
So give the RBI to Peak there on the sac fly. And here is Yarbrough, who takes a called strike 1. Still the Dogs with only 1 base hit. That was the double by Samuel Formby back in the first inning. But 4 runs have scored. 0-1. Breaking ball called strike 2. 0-2. Grounded foul to the right side. Samuel Formby, as we mentioned before, who had the double back in the first inning, is now on deck. This will be the second full trip through the Cedartown lineup here.
No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. Cedartown with 2 runs in the inning. Brings the score 4-0, bottom half of the 4th inning.
0-2 again. Tapper foul, rolls toward the Cedartown dugout. Third base side. Again, the wind continues to just swirl out there. It's mainly blowing in from the west-northwest. 0-2 pitch again. Pops straight up in the infield. Second baseman coming into the grass, makes the catch. That was Wardlaw to retire the side. But the Dogs pick up a couple of runs.
They do, in fact. Dogs not hitting the ball as well as we'd like to see them hit the ball today, but they are manufacturing runs, and they're taking advantage of the mistakes of their opponent to have the score be 4-0 with 4 innings in the books. So we'll take a 60-second timeout. Be back for more Bulldogs baseball on WGAA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, Bulldog fans, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on WGAA. Jamie Newsman, Andrew Carter, pleased to bring you region play. The Cedartown High School Bulldogs versus the Hiram Hornets at Cedartown High School Baseball Complex. here at my alma mater, the Cedartown High School
Leading off the inning for the Hornets. Number 8,
baseball field.
Gaden.
I lost my train of thought there for a moment. I hate it, folks, but we are human. 4-0 the score. Top half of the 5th inning just about to be underway.
Formby's first pitch misses outside.
You know what
ball
messed
one.
me up, Andrew, is
What
we
was
got to
that?
have a name for the field. That we can say here at Doc Ayers Field at Cedartown Memorial Stadium on football. We don't have that here. It's Cedartown Baseball Field. We need a name.
That one just, I guess it's ball 2. I thought he might have gone around on a swing, but I don't think he did. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. But I agree. We've called it many things, just unofficially. The Dog Pound, the Red Kingdom, the Diamond, just whatever. But that one just missing for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Suddenly the zone is shrinking a bit. He's facing Gaddis. Gaddis still batting. 3-1. Strike, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging for strike 3. 1 gone. That is strikeout number 9.
Number
for Formby.
9, yes.
19, Daniel Camp.
I'll bring up Camp.
Yeah, so that's 9 out of 13 outs.
Formby, 83 pitches, 48 strikes. Velocity isn't losing much. That one misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Is this the young man that entered the game to catch?
Yes, Camp was playing first base and now catching. That's a strike call, 1-1.
Good job, Sam.
Thomas due up next. Breaking ball misses up, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Big cut, but nothing doing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Camp 0 for 1, retired his last time. Now he'll step out. This will be the second full trip through the lineup after we flip it over to Thomas up next. That one bounces in the dirt, full count. The only thing I think you could say that Samuel would like to improve upon, I mean, the strikeouts are there. He's striking out batters. He's getting key outs, but 4 walks and close to 90 pitches. But a bunch of zeros everywhere else. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back into the box goes Camp. Here comes the payoff pitch. Just got a piece to stay alive and fouled it back. Another payoff pitch due. The wind, and here it is. And that's ball 4 upstairs.
You know, you hate to lose one like that. Work the count, and that's the pitch count being as high as it is. You know, he works the count full, and then throws a really good payoff pitch, and the guy fouls it off.
Yep.
So then you got to go back and do that again. Sooner or later, you're going to throw a ball. And then those pitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 pitches that went towards his total that resulted in a walk.
Thomas takes upstairs ball 1. He's walked twice in both at bats.
It adds up. So leadoff runner, well, not leadoff runner, 1 out runner aboard for the Hiram Hornets.
Ball 2 just missing. 2-0. Catcher speed running at first base, so if you get a ground ball, you can likely at least get the force out at second base pretty easily if it's hit on the ground toward an infielder. 2-0, misses low and in, ball 3. 3-0. Dogs with a 4-0 lead. 3-0. 4-pitch walk.
Not a good way to start.
But that one just, I mean, it was pretty close. I mean, he tried to throw that breaking ball, but if it's 3-0, I'm going to try to get a strike. But Coach, I think that's Coach Johnson out of there, and
which typically means
that's the end of the line. So he will be relieved for someone. So 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The day over for Samuel Formby. While some aspects of the game weren't there for him here today. I mean, nine strikeouts, no hits allowed.
Yeah. I mean, he's a competitor. And no competitor, unless he throws a perfect game, he's not going to be completely satisfied with his performance if he's a competitor, which I know him to be. And so he looks back and he says, I had no hits, outstanding. 9 strikeouts, outstanding. But going deep in the count as I went on a lot of batters, having the walks that I have contributed to that high pitch count. Had I corrected some of those things earlier on in the game, I could have got a complete game out of this. Maybe even, how about this? An actual complete game no-hitter.
Yeah.
But you got to have the complete game for that. That's not a criticism. It's just if I'm in his head, that's exactly what he's thinking. But for me, as an observer, great pitching performance. He's made it into the top half. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings with zeros across the board, and he's got his team set up with a 4-run lead going into the late innings.
Yeah,
if I'm your coach, I'm gonna slap you on the fanny and say, "Good job, son."
So as you mentioned, the final line, 4 1/3, no hits, no runs, 6 walks. That's the big thing that contributed to the pitch count getting up like it was. 9 strikeouts. He had 94 pitches. And the new pitcher for the Bulldogs is Owen Pilgrim, who will complete his warm-up tosses here. He will face number 7, Wardlaw, who is over 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He's got runners on 1st and 2nd. Pilgrim started the season. He was just coming off of an injury. His dad was telling me toward the beginning of the season. He has battled back trying to cement his role as a middle reliever for this Bulldogs team. And, of course, he comes from good stock, I'll tell you that. He's a great kid and continues to try to get better and better as he gets chances out there on the mound.
Yeah, good family on both sides. I graduated high school with his mom. Worked with his grandma for many years.
Yeah. His warm-up tosses look pretty good right now. We'll keep it right here for this break. I think he only has a couple more warm-up pitches to go. So far, warm-ups look pretty consistent. So here's the key, though. Wardlow and Tuggle, the next 2 batters, have struck out both times they've been up.
Now batting number 7, Jory Wardlow.
So top half of the 5th inning, Cedartown leads 4-0. No, 1 out and 2 Hornets aboard.
It'll be a force at every bag. So Perkins is playing kind of close over at 3rd. Pitch on the way is popped up behind us, and that'll be out of play for strike 1.
Right on the press box. No, it cleared us.
Nope. I'll tell you one of the loudest places when the ball hits the press box, and that's at Lake Point.
Yes.
That big metal roof, and it sounds like a bomb went off outside. That pitch misses up for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. As far as a facility to perch up there and call a ball game at, I mean, it's tough to beat Lake Point, but the walk is killer. That misses outside for ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. I mean, you got to walk half a mile to get to the whichever field you're going to. We did play our season opener this year at Lake Point against Sonoraville. Tapper toward 3rd base. This could be 2, 5, 4, and 3. And that's your double play to end the inning around the horn.
So there you go. Mr. Pilgrim comes in and throws about 2 pitches and gets his Bulldogs out of this mess. So the Hiram Hornets come on, have 1 out with 2 runners aboard, pitching change, and bam, bam, the Dogs are out of it. So at the midpoint of the 5th inning, Cedartown High School Bulldogs still lead by a score of 4-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back for more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big AA.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA. Cedartown playing the Hiram Hornets at home at the unnamed baseball field of Cedartown High School. And the Bulldogs about to see if we can't pick up where we left off in the 4th inning. Cedartown put up 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and Hiram has a row of zeros across the top. So 4-0 Cedartown.
Number 6, Samuel Formby.
And you heard the PA announcer tell you Samuel Formby will be leading off the inning. Here's Andrew with the call.
Of course, with Samuel leading it off, 1-2-3 in the Bulldog lineup. Formby will stay in the game to play center field. Formby with the Dogs' only hit today. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. 4 runs on 1 hit. The Hiram Hornets with 3 errors, no runs and no hits. Formby 1 for 2, a run scored and a strikeout. 1-0 is high and tight. That one buzzed him in.
Music there.
Buzzed him inside. 2-0. Time was called as one of the Hiram baseball players were kind of tossing a ball in the dugout, and it rolled out into the field of play, and they called time to get that ball out of the field of play.
Right,
ball's hit up the middle. Yeah, base hit. Samuel Formby has his 2nd hit of the day, and it was a rifle shot up the middle for a leadoff single. Solidly struck there by Formby. He's now 2 for 3.
And once again, the Bulldogs with the leadoff runner aboard.
Yep. Now what do we do with it? Ace
Touch home here in a minute.
I think so. Ace Allen 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tuggle comes set. The stretch and the pitch. Misses upstairs for ball 1. Samuel Formby definitely a threat to steal. Had a big lead a moment ago.
And he's got one now.
He sure does. Almost to the edge of the cutout. Yeah, he's bouncing.
Quit bouncing.
Pitch on the way is high and tight. 2-0.
You know, bouncing over there is good if you time the bounce. But if you get on the wrong side of the bounce when the pitcher goes to throw back over and you're on the wrong
I was about to say, if you're leaning the wrong way, you're in trouble. 2 balls and no strikes to Formby. Tuggle the stretch and the 2-0 pitch on the way to Ace Allen. And Allen hits it in the air, a high fly ball to center field. Thomas coming in. He makes the catch as he slides down. That'll be no advance from first, and that'll be out number 1. So Ace Allen now 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Gavin Allred, the batter.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Allred.
Today, Allred 0 for 1. A strikeout on his card, but he also has an RBI. Allred in the first game of the series a week ago today, in the first inning, hit a grand slam over in Cass. They gave the Dogs an early big lead. Long look over to first base. Formby, they will throw over there, and he's back safely. And Formby was just kind of standing there daring a throw. He wasn't going to get looked back to first. He was going to get thrown back to first.
No, if you want me to go back to first, throw it.
Throw it at me. He's going. The pitch is swung on and popped up to the right side. And it's going to be close to the foul territory. The catch is made, and he will be back to first base for out number 2. And thankfully, no one was at the bag at first base.
Yeah, that was a defensive mistake.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs, Formby at first was stealing on the pitch.
Yes.
And he had the base stolen. Pop fly in foul territory for the first baseman being the only person that can field this ball. Formby is retreating back to first with everything he's got, and had somebody been covering the bag, it would have been an easy flip it over there and throw it out, but nobody covered the bag.
So now 2 outs with the runner on first. Jay O'Neill, the batter. Pitch is high. Throw is going to be to the third base side of second, and the base stolen by Samuel Formby. So he's in scoring position now. Jay O'Neill 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Long meeting still going on. Now Camp and Tuggle head back to their spots.
A wasp should know if it lights on my glass.
It'll be its last.
Yeah.
That's right. Pitch to O'Neill. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Formby will be off to the races on contact with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. That one hit him. Just barely nicked his arm.
You go, Jay O'Neill.
He took one for the team right there.
Don't rub it.
Up to bat, number 2, Tweet Gerald.
That was your left arm, Jay. You all right?
He's good. Tweet Gerald with 2 walks, and he's scored a run. So the lead runner is Samuel Formby at second, Jay O'Neill at first base, reaching on the hit by pitch. Tuggle the stretch, the look to second, and the pitch to Gerald. Ball 1 high and away. One-0 pitch. That one hit Gerald right on the
leave a
back.
mark.
Yeah, it will.
That one that got O'Neill was kind of a grazing blow to the upper arm. That one caught him right in the back and left with a thud.
A thud. Right above the number 2 right there. So the base is loaded now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Dalen Holiday.
Now batting for the Dogs, number 9, A.A. Holiday.
Time for a dying duck or a ground ball with eyes.
Holiday 0 for 1. He has scored. He has walked.
I mean, I would take a double into the corner, but I'd also take a ground ball with eyes.
First pitch to Holiday. Holiday, a ground ball to the shortstop on a couple of hops. The throw on to first in time to retire the third out. So the Dogs leave the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the fifth.
Cedartown High School leaves the bases loaded to close out the bottom half of the fifth inning. With the score remaining Cedartown 4, Hiram 0. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back for more Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball here on the Big AA. Top half of the 6th inning about to be underway. Your beloved Bulldogs of Cedartown playing the Hiram Hornets in a region matchup here. First game of a 3-game set. 1 game tonight, 2 games scheduled for Thursday night, but at least at this juncture, those games will not be on the Big AA, correct?
They will not be due to unavailability for myself. Tuggle will lead it off here in the top of the 6th inning. And Pilgrim on the mound, a swing and a miss.
Pilgrim came in relief last inning with 1 out, threw about 2 pitches, and a double play in the infield, retired to side.
0-1 pitch. Misses a bit in. 1-1 the count. Although Game Changer still has Formby out there.
Well, Game Changer is incorrect.
One of these things is not like the other. Chopper to third base. The throw, and
3.
got it. Nice play there by Perkins over to O'Neal for the first out.
Effortless.
And Perkins doesn't typically get the start at third base. That's Ace Allen's spot. But getting the start over there due to Caleb Formby not playing today and Ace Allen moving over to shortstop. So made a good play there across the diamond. Here's Tamayo. Tamayo 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. And that's taken high for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to shortstop. A couple of hops there. Ace Allen fields and throws, and they got him for out number 2.
The left side of Cedartown's defense doing their job.
Yep.
Nice, solidly hit ground ball to third. 5-3 on the put out, and a solidly hit ground ball to short. 6-3 on the put out. So base is empty with 2 outs. Brings up Ramirez.
Ramirez retired in both of his trips to the plate, as has a lot of these batters. Swing and a miss. That pitch fooled him badly. 0-1. Pilgrim the 0-1. Strike 2 called. 0-2.
Pretty pitch on the outside corner. Kind of froze him. The 0-2 delivery on the way.
And here it is. Grounded up the middle. Tough play here for Ace Allen. He'll field and throw, and he dropped it at first base.
That ball hit on the lip, or just before the lip. I don't know if you saw it, Andrew. Take kind of a hard left on that hop. Ace Allen had taken his angle at the ball and had to kind of stutter step because the ball changed trajectory on him. That contributed to that.
Ruled an E3. Upstairs, ball 1 to Hightower. Hightower 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Well, it was in and out of the glove.
Yes.
And O'Neal would admit it.
1-0 pitch. That's taken upstairs, ball 2.
It was a tough play to make, but it was in and out of the glove.
The stretch, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Hightower releasing one hand on that swing. Just didn't have a chance to make contact on that one. There's a called strike 2. 2-2.
Protect you. Let's go. Down the ball, Keep your head in there.
2-2. A bit high for ball 3.
Curveball that didn't.
Nope. Stayed a bit too far up. Not a bad idea, but didn't get the break he wanted.
So the payoff pitch.
Here it is. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And through 6 no-hit innings, the Dogs lead 4-0.
There you go, folks. Cedartown High School leads by a score of 4-0. With the bottom half of the 6th inning about to be underway right after a 60-second timeout and a few words from our Bulldog sponsors.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on your home of Cedartown High School sports, the Big AA. Baseball, basketball, football, soccer, softball. When the Bulldogs play, you'll hear them on the Big AA. And tonight, you're hearing the Cedartown High School Bulldogs against the Hiram Hornets. Game 1 of a 3-game region set. Cedartown looking pretty good in the region right now. Cedartown, I believe, is 4-5 in the region.
I believe that's correct. Yeah, let me pull that up for you. We'll 5-4.
5-4 in the region.
Even better than you.
And Hiram is 2-7 in the region. So this could be a devastating series for Hiram in the region play and could really set Cedartown up for the rest of the season should they be able to sweep this. So 4-0 the score, bottom half of the 6th inning, just underway with a first pitch ball high and away. And here's Andrew with the rest.
It's Everett Perkins at the plate. 1-0 pitch on the way to Perk. Hits it hard down the left field line. That is a foul ball.
And he smoked that ball. Just a microsecond ahead of it. But you could probably tell just over the radio, or if you're watching on the computer, if you've got good audio, you could tell he smoked that ball.
Catcher and pitcher can't get together on their signs. Perkins today 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Now they're going to have to get together.
Catcher says, whatever you just threw, don't do it again.
You were never a catcher, were you, Jay?
I was.
So when you were giving signals.
Yeah, we carved them in stone.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
No, anyway, what's the question?
Well, I was just going to say, 1-1 pitch is outside, ball 2. When you're having trouble getting together with the pitcher, is it usually you're not sending the sign the pitcher wants, or he's not understanding what you're trying to do, or both?
Well, I mean, typically out here when there's nobody on base, you're just going to go 1 for a fastball, 2 for a curve. You know, there's nobody to see it out there.
Hit on the ground to third base. He'll dive that and stop that one, but that's probably going to be an infield hit for Perkins, and that'll be the third base hit if it is.
Whenever we would get confused on something is when you get a runner on second base that's actually awake, and so you want to rotate the signs.
Number 1.
And had a miscommunication about what we rotating to, so what means what. I didn't catch all that much. I was the shortest first baseman that ever played high school baseball. But when certain people pitched and the defensive alignment changed, I caught some.
Pickoff attempt over at first base, and diving back in is Perkins. So Perkins, they do award him a single to lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning. Connor Peak at the plate, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Another pickoff move. And Perkins again is back. You know, it's only a 4-0 game. It could be 6. It could easily be 6-0, 7-0.
Oh, easy.
Tuggle will come set and deal. Swing and a miss by Peak, and I think he'd like to have that pitch back. No balls and 1 strike. Cedartown girls soccer has concluded. The boys soccer match about to start up over at Altoona High School. Big region matchup for both schools. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball popped out of the catcher's mitt, but keeps it in front of him, and the runner stays put at first.
Yeah, Andrew, I had a much better glove than I had an arm.
Yeah.
So, you know, being a wall, catching, I could do that. But consistently having an arm to fire a bullet to second base, I never could hang with. Ryan Prince caught when I played. After Ryan graduated, Jeff Dingler caught when I played. Jeff Haney caught some when I played. And all 3 of them had a better arm than I did.
No balls, 2 strikes. That one misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know those guys, don't you?
I do. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Fouled it back off the end of the bat. In the background, you hear the familiar voice of one Coach Ken Jolly, who hardly ever misses a home baseball game. Another pickoff move.
That was him saying back.
Yep.
He knows what part of the pitcher's anatomy to watch to know whether he's coming to first base or not.
He's been there and done that a few times.
Been there and done that.
There's a ball hit in the air to right field. Should be playable for Paxson, who's out there now. Dives in, makes the catch, and back to first base goes Perkins for the first out. Yeah, you just missed having him as your head coach, right?
Up
Yes,
next to the Bulldogs,
just missed it.
Number 11, Jacob Yarborough.
First head coach I had for as a player was Everett Kelly. And then DK.
Then DK after that. So here's Jacob Yarborough. Yarborough 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Another pickoff move, and that was a much closer play that time. But Perkins slides back in there. Yarborough will take high for ball 1. Wind still blowing in from center field, but not nearly as hard as it was when the game started. One 0 pitch. Outside, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Cedartown ahead 4-0. Bottom half of the 6th inning.
Dogs looking to add some offense to the board here. 2-0. It's the best pitch we've seen in this at-bat. Breaking ball from Tuggle. 2-1 the count. Another pickoff move. Sliding back in is Perkins. Two one again. And strike 2 called, 2-2. Snuck one in the inside corner right there to Jacob Yarborough. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perkins a big lead. Two-two pitch. Fouled at the plate.
Just stayed alive. Got fooled on that ball a little bit. Was out in front of it, but able to keep his hands back enough to just kiss it.
Yes.
As it went by.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner on first is Everett Perkins, reaching on the infield single to start this inning. I don't know what that was. Two and 2 the count. Perkins is going. Pitch is outside. Throw to second base will not be in time. And Perkins had that stolen easily, and it's ball 3.
Satisfying your curiosity.
Well, I got to see what that is.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 1 out. Runner on second
Stupid
base.
Snapchat. I don't even know why I have that still. 2-2 pitch. Or 3-2 pitch. Misses high for ball 4. It's suggesting something I might be interested in, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that.
Batting for the Dogs, number 6, Samuel Formby.
Top of the order we go to Samuel Formby. So Perkins at second and Yarborough at first. Samuel Formby 2 for 3. A run scored and a strikeout. Stretch by Tuggle. Look to second base, the pitch. It's inside, ball 1.
Tried to leave that lead elbow out there and see if he couldn't get it to breeze by him and get a free pass to first.
Why not? One ball, no strikes with 1 out. 2 on. Pitch on the way. Hit in the air to right field.
Should advance the runner to third.
It's backing up. Catch is
Tag.
made. They're going to move the runner to third. Yep. The throw comes in a second as Yarborough kind of faked like he was going to second base, but he stays put at first, and now at the corners with 2 outs.
Well, that ball was hit relatively deeply out to right field. Speedy runner standing at second. Unless you've got Dale Murphy arm out there, you're not going to throw him out at third, so don't make a mistake and try. Just concede it.
Ace Allen, the batter, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runners at the corners. Tuggle deals to Allen, and it's outside. One ball, no strikes.
Jump on it early, let's go. Come on, jump on it early. Let's go.
Tuggle the stretch. 1-0 pitch, runner goes to second. Pitch is high. Throw will go to the pitcher as he cuts that off. And it's ball 2.
So now the Cedartown Bulldogs with 2 runners in scoring position. For Ace Allen, who is quite capable of bringing them both in. 2 balls and no strikes to count to him. 2 outs.
Here's the 2-0. Called strike 1. 2-1 the count. Drop the breaking ball in. Josh Tuggle pitching in relief of Jaden Gaddis. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The wind, the 2-2. Little soft chopper to shortstop. You'll feel that on a couple of hops.
Safe.
Yeah, it short hops away, and 2 runs are going to come home to score. And the Dogs now lead at 6-0.
Well, they're going to have to rule that an error, but he was safe at first base anyway.
I think he would have been.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Allred.
So the score now 6-0. One of those runs would have scored anyway because he was going to be safe. He was safe at first. But on the ball that gets away from the first baseman, now the other run scores 6-0.
The official score says single.
Really?
And an error.
Okay. Well, there you go then. They acknowledge that he had the throw beat out.
So it's a 6-0 lead now for the Dogs. Gavin Allred at the plate. Hits a chopper toward third, and that's a foul ball. 0-1 now to Allred. Allred today hitless, but he does have a run batted in.
Okay. You got it.
0-1 to Allred. Fouled that one off of, I think, his foot. And it's 0-2. Quite obvious, you probably could tell that it either one, A, didn't feel good, or 2, he was upset with himself for swinging at it.
All of the above.
All the above. 0-2 now with 2 outs. The pitch. That one back to the backstop, and Allen was already taken off to second base anyway.
You know, it's happened to everybody that's played the game. There's a breaking ball that's going to be in the dirt, and you recognize it. And the whole time you're swinging at it,
Yep.
Your mind is going, why am I swinging at this ball?
Why am I swinging at that ball?
This ball's fixing to be in I can't hit that. Why am I swinging it? And you're berating yourself for doing it as you're doing it.
Runner going to third, pitches high, and he dropped it, and Ace Allen will be standing at third base. 2-2 now the count. Hardly any wind, hardly at all now, as it's kind of flag kind of laying limp, blowing a little bit in the wind. Called strike 3 to end the inning. But the Dogs score 2.
The Dogs do, in fact, score 2, and it makes you feel a little bit better. Anything can happen. It's the reason Yogi Berra said it ain't over till it's over. But going into the top half of the 7th inning, the last frame of the game, with a 6-run lead is 2 better than a 4-run lead. And so we'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back for more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big AA.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the GHSA.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Well, the Bulldogs are 3 outs away from recording a victory in the first of a 3-game set against the Hiram Hornets. Cedartown scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth, and that brings us to where we are now, 6-0 Cedartown. Young Mr. Pilgrim is still on the mound trying to close it out for the Cedartown Bulldogs, and this would be a region win for the Bulldogs, setting them up to go to Hiram to play a doubleheader and finish the region set on Thursday. And so a good opportunity for the Bulldogs to continue to have a good showing in region play. The Hiram Hornets pretty close to setting themselves up to be hard-pressed to make the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. This series really vital for Hiram's playoff hopes and Cedartown's hopes of maybe getting close to that 2 seed. Of course, you got to deal with the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes there, but got to take care of business here first. And here is Pilgrim to throw the first pitch of the 7th inning, and it misses low for ball 1 to number 16, which is Michael Gibson. Jaden Gaddis and Daniel Kemp due up here. 7, 8, 9. There's a foul at the plate. 1-1 the count. One pitch. Swing.
Way late.
Yes, sir. 1-2 the count. Gibson 0 for 1. 1-2. Bounced up there, 2-2. The 2-2. Hit in the air to right field. Should be playable for Yarbrough. He's got it. 1 gone.
Yarbrough didn't have to move, just adjusted his feet, bounced, got himself feeling good, and caught it right where he stood.
Number 12, James
1 out
Strickland.
for the Hornets.
Pinch hitter James Strickland will now bat for the Hornets, batting for Gaddis. Pilgrim deals. Chopper, shortstop. Ace Allen bobbles the ball, and the runner will be safe.
Allen caught the ball cleanly, lost it on the transfer, so that'll go as an E6.
Up to bat, number 19, Daniel Camp.
Made a good grab to get to it, but as you said, as he was trying to pick the ball out of his glove to throw it, couldn't get a good grip on it.
So now's the time for a 6-4-3 and go to dinner.
Breaking ball high. In fact, I don't know if that's actually a pitch. We'll call it ball one, though. Inside, called strike. The pitch. Grounded to second base, gets through. First and second now. And that'll be the first hit of the ball game. Gerald was thinking two, and he got down to a knee to try to get that hop, and it hopped away from him. So, well, they're going to call that an error. I'm going to say an E4, but I don't know about that. That would officially keep the no-hitter intact, but Gerald never touched the ball.
Yeah, it's something we talked about the other day, fielding it outside your body.
Yeah.
Instead of squaring up to it.
So that'll be an error.
Now batting number 9, Jordan Thomas.
So an error at shortstop, then an error at second base. So runners at first and second now with one out, and now back to the top of the order. Here's Thomas. Thomas has walked all 3 times he's been up to the plate. Are you scoring that a base hit, or are you scoring that an error?
Me?
Yeah.
I would have scored it an error.
Okay. Fly ball to left center field. Samuel Formby is underneath. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2.
Up to bat, number 7, Jory Wardlaw.
So it's up to Jury Wardlaw, who's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 7th inning. Dogs trying to not only get the win here, but also lock in a 2-man no-hitter. Pitch is called strike right down the middle, 0-1. Strickland at second, Camp at first. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the Hornets are down to their final strike.
Yes, they are.
Pilgrim set. Looks at second, the pitch. Called strike 3, and there's your 2-man no-hitter. The Dogs take the first game of the series, 6-0. No runs and no hits.
Wow. You do not see that you don't see that in professional baseball that often, and you certainly don't see it in prep baseball that often.
Absolutely not. So a great job by the Cedartown Bulldogs tonight. We'll go ahead and give you the rundown of this one. Dogs winners tonight, 6-0, 6 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors. 2 of those errors were in this inning. The Hiram Hornets, no runs, no hits, and 3 errors. And Cedartown takes the first game of the series by a score of 6-0. And the Bulldogs have now won, they've now won their last 4 ball games. Hiram now on an 8-game losing streak. Their last win back on March the 7th against the Southeast Whitfield Raiders. So the Hiram Hornets are in a tailspin. The Bulldogs playing good right now. and most importantly, picking up that first win of the series.
Yeah, picking
over
up
the
the first win of the series is always beneficial. It always, especially when you win that one at home. Now you got to go away. You know, you don't want to lose that first game at home, and now you're also going on a Thursday an hour away to play at their house.
Right.
Well, you've already beat them at your house.
Yep.
And that's always a good thing. You look at this though. The Dogs certainly they're going to face some really stiff competition coming up here pretty soon.
Yes.
But the confidence builder, being out on your toes, you know, having that little bounce in your step. Your record's looking good in the region. You're set up for not. You know, at this point, you look at the Hiram Hornets. I mean, that can get dejecting.
Yeah.
You know, you can look in the 8-game losing streak, followed by what your record is in the region. That can put you back on your heels, and then that losing breeds losing. So, I think Cedartown is right where they need to be in our region moving forward. If they can just keep playing like this, I would like to see the bats pick up.
Yes.
And certainly we all would.
I would.
Love to see the bats pick up. But tonight's game, hey, good job. Go
Absolutely. Go Dogs. We will not be with you Thursday, but we'll keep you updated on the ball games at Hiram. Your final score, Cedartown 6, Hiram nothing. A 2-man no-hitter by the Bulldogs pitching staff. For Gail Connor back at the station from our broadcast partner, he's Jamie Newsom.
And he's Andrew Carter.
And remember when the Bulldogs play.
You'll hear him right here on the Big AA.
Good night, everybody. God bless.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM 1340 and now 106.1 FM.